with the conversation around being a cultural phenomenon. And now there is no debate that Caitlin Clark has become exactly that. Think about it. The Nike historic shoe deal she just signed, she signed because companies like
was a superstar. I've been saying it for years. I keep telling everybody she's the Steph Curry of women's basketball, college or pro. She is a superstar. I had the pleasure of doing an event with her on campus at Iowa a few months ago. I went there for my man Mark Shapiro, and I had a blast. She and I were on a panel together. She's a wonderful, wonderful young lady, incredibly poised. But this woman is the nation's leading scorer, averaging 31.5 points per game, shooting 40% from threes. She's hitting at least 5 3-pointers per game.
Nike didn't stumble over a new sneaker, a controversy, or even a Super Bowl commercial. It began at midnight with a WNBA superstar dot in less than a minute. A $40 trillion shirt sparked chaos. How does a $150 billion giant get blindsided by demand? Why weren't the servers ready? And what did the executives finally realize when it was already too late? When Caitlin Clark's logo dropped, it didn't just sell out. It triggered a $500 million chain reaction that could permanently reshape women's basketball. This wasn't hyped out, it was a warning shot. Stay with us. We're breaking down how one midnight launch changed
logo threes and buzzer beaters. Now, Caitlin Clark has been the talk of the town for the past, really this whole year, but really just heavy in the past 2 months, just because, she's the best female college player of all time that's coming out of college type shit. Even though they lost in the championship, they are still just showing this girl's face. No hate, no love. I really like her game. I haven't seen too much of it. I've seen little clips and stuff.
Caitlin Clark emblem flashes onto the screen. Music just a basic T-shirt dot to interlocking waves, simple, clean, unstoppable, symbolizing the next phase of the WNBA dot and chaos dot in less than 60 seconds. Everything explodes. What was supposed to be a routine merchandise drop turns into the most jaw-dropping rollout in sports apparel history. A global stampede, a digital meltdown dot a cultural shockwave that no one inside the boardroom saw come.
This girl gets to the WNBA. She is something special. Make no mistake about it. And I really, really, really am rooting for her. I really want to see her again have another shot at a national championship. She's my favorite.
Break it down. For a company like Nike capable of rolling out multi-million-dollar sneaker launches in months, this took a year and a half, 18 long months to fully step into business with Caitlin Clark while fans were already wearing official Clark gear and flooding social media with demands. But fans weren't just waiting. They were speculating, begging, refreshing timelines for 18 months. There was silence. No shirts. No HOODIES. No hats. No COLLABS. Just anticipation building pressure. Then, just after midnight on a late September night, it finally happened. The logo appeared online. Clean, minimal, ruthlessly effective. 2 million units. $40 for adults. $35 for kids. On paper, those numbers looked massive. Smart. Even safe. In reality, they weren't even close to enough.
Can have nothing to do with the conversation around being a cultural phenomenon. And now there is no debate that Caitlin Clark has become exactly that. Think about it. The Nike historic shoe deal she just signed, she signed because companies like to make money. And they know they will make money. Because when Caitlin Clark walks into a coffee shop in the middle of nowhere, people recognize her. Because when you are on Saturday Night Live and every news and entertainment network along the way, not just sports networks, you've risen above the conversation about your play.
Took just 60 seconds. Systems built to process billions in annual sales collapsed under the pressure. 10 million users hit the site in a single minute. Before everything froze, 500,000 orders were completed, then shut down. Millions locked out. Enthusiasm turned into obsession, then frustration. The demand for Caitlin Clark just 2 years into her pro career in the WNBA matched the frenzy, usually reserved for the biggest male athletes on earth. And it wasn't just America. Europe felt it. In Asia, where Clark has a massive following, the chaos reignited. Music fans camped outside stores in Tokyo. In China, resale sites listed the $40 shirt for over $3,000. Resellers and bots flipped inventory at markups above to 150%. One seller reportedly made $50,000 overnight from a single drop. Wall Street noticed. The next morning, Nike stock jumped 8% pre-market. Social media exploded globally. Hashtags trended. Hundreds of millions watched crash videos and failed checkouts. Fashion giants from Vogue to GQ labeled it haute couture. High school students traded the shirts for cars, concert tickets. Gaming consoles. A $40 tee stopped being merchandised. It became identity. Status. Music and undeniable proof of women's basketball's commercial power.
Playing or just sat there and watch her full highlight clips, just whatever great shot she shoots or whatever play she makes that's big and it goes on Twitter or TikTok, whatever. I've seen it, but I want to give respect due to this, to her, because again, what she's doing is amazing. Like you ain't never seen no female do what she be doing, or no woman. So in that standpoint, I just want to show love and just see, what's going on, see what type of shots and just